Back to the FA Cup, Don, and Liverpool got away with one against Wolves on Saturday night with a 2-2 draw in the end.
Yeah.
But
I watched this one. I watched it unfold, and it was like...
that third goal for Wolves, that was disallowed from VAR.
But even the Salah goal. Yeah. I mean, the Salah goal, the law is riddicilous. You know, Salah
is offside, but because the Wolves defender... Totti deflects the ball by trying to play it.
So when the VAR got paused, when the ball was played through to Mo Salah, who was standing
Gakpo,
2 yards offside, that then, as we know, as you know, lads that watch the game and play the game, and it has an impact on Totti because he knows that Salah's standing behind him. So there's no way in a million years Totti's going to say, I'll let this ball go to Mo Salah because he's offside. Yeah. Never going to do it because there might be someone who's playing him on, then you look a fool, right? Yeah. So you've got to try and win the ball. Then the law is he attempts to play the ball, he then plays Mo Salah onside. Yeah. It's a ridiculous law. But Liverpool was so complacent. I mean, the mistake from Alisson was coming. Yeah. You know, that wasn't the case of Wolves pressing him, which is bad technique. Matip was guilty about 15 minutes earlier. Yeah. You know, making a mistake as well. And then somehow they got themselves 2-1 up and you're thinking, right, what Liverpool got? Wolves' second half were amazing. Yeah. They pressed them, their energy was good, they took the game. Lopetegui's tactics were really smart. Yeah, I agree. But again, the VAR decision that cost Wolves the potential win was just bizarre because there wasn't a definitive camera angle for the TV to show there was an offside. So we have to sort of trust it.
So they had to go with what the linesman said, which he flagged offside.
Because they've got the angle, but just not shown to TV.
Yeah, but really Lopetegui says that on the really wide camera that you use for the tactics, that Wolves could see that Mateus Nunes was well onside apparently, which is crazy.
It's great, especially with the technology in the 21st century we're in. To have an offside goal chalked off when you actually, if you're in the ground or at home, you can't actually see it. It's nuts.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Absolutely
nuts.
Mateus
Nunes, by the way, who's one of the Liverpool targets, maybe not for now, because I don't think, again, they have the money, or they might not have the money, but for the summer, when he came on, really like this. Energy. If you play him in the double pivot, it's so good. Yeah, good player. It's so good. He's so press resistant. Debut for Cody Gakpo.
Played well.
Yeah, played well on the left-hand side. Yeah. I mean, maybe I was too hard. I expected even more than what we saw. Yeah. But it's the first game. That's
a fan. Team. Yeah, that's a fan's point of view, isn't it?
Yeah.
New signing, want him to be on fire.
I know, and I was just like, okay, it's going to like smash it, and then you need a bit of time.
As players, you go, I can't make too many mistakes.
Yes,
I'll do my thing. Let me ease into this Liverpool shirt. First game, and obviously first game at Anfield. And I think his debut was a solid 7.5 out of 10. There's some good bits in it where you think him and Robbo could have a really good relationship down that side.
That's true.
Yeah, so just defensively again.
Yeah, the midfield at Liverpool, man. Sorry, Henderson,
Thiago. Do you know I was chatting to a mate last night who's a Liverpool fan, and he's going like, "What do you think?" And I was going, the weird thing is when you look at Liverpool, correct me if I'm wrong, when you look at the back five, so Alisson, Robbo, Konate, Van Dijk, Trent. There's not a better back five in Europe, in my opinion.
No, I hear you.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there is. Even at City, I don't think there's a better back five than that.
Yeah.
And then you look at the front options that Liverpool have got. When they're all fit, there's not a better front 5 or 6 than what Liverpool have got. So the process of elimination is the midfield. Yeah.
But that's what I can't believe they haven't strengthened it. Or strengthen is the wrong word. Even like change it in the last 3 or 2 transfer windows even. By like, Arthur is the only midfielders that
how bad was that of a decision?
That was terrible.
I mean, they're missing Wijnaldum like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
But they've had time to replace him.
When did Wijnaldum leave?
A couple of years ago.
Exactly. So you had plenty of time. One of them was out of contract. So you could, even before that, you could have thought, okay, he will leave on a free. Yeah. We kind of know that. Yeah. Who do we bring in to replace him?
You're right. The only thing I would say in defensive Klopp is you haven't got a crystal ball. So when you look at what you've got and you go, Thiago, Fabinho was at the top of his game.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Okay.
Hendo at the time on top of his game. You know, winning Champions League, winning Premier Leagues, domestic double last season. You might be thinking that's the least of our problems. It's all right having foresight and a crystal ball, but you don't foresee that Fabinho is going to be nowhere near the player that he was, because he's nowhere near the player.
Yeah, but he's also like that because Thiago and Henderson are way below their level, so especially Henderson off the ball.
So now it's panic stations, and now you've got to make sure you don't just panic.
Yeah.
You've got to make sure, you know, even if you can try and do all the work behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Speaking to Jude Bellingham's mum and dad, speaking to Dortmund, speaking to the player, try and be cute and try and offer maybe a navigator to Dortmund, whatever you see fit. Yeah. But they've got to make sure they don't just panic. I mean, I've seen Amrabat at the World Cup. He had a brilliant World Cup for Morocco. Hasn't been that good for Fiorentina for 18 months. So you can't just panic and look at these players thinking, that's the one I need. Make sure you get the right one.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.